Hey, in this video, I'm going to take a look at this product, Vervoe. Allows you to do online simulations, and I think it's really going to improve your hiring process for your business. So stay tuned for this one. Hey, this is David with Tech Smart Boss here with another video. We're going to talk about a product called Vervoe today. And I actually mentioned this product in episode 54 of the Tech Smart Boss podcast. You can find that at techsmartboss.com/54. And I encourage you to include something like Vervoe. And in fact, I use Vervoe in my process to help you find the right candidates to hire. What it does is it allows you to automate some of the interview process by doing assessment scripts so that you can kind of vet and verify that an employee is a good candidate for your position before you even have to take a look at their resume or take a look and do that first stage phone interview. So I'm going to actually show you. We're going to do this try for free. You'll see no credit card required, which is always what I like. And I'll show you exactly what this product is going to do. So let's go ahead and click on this and set up an account. So I'm going to set up an account under TechSmart Boss, as I already have one on my business. So it will make a domain. Now you could change this. They just came out with a feature to allow you to change your domain once you set that up. One of the really awesome things about Vervoe is you can use it for more than hiring. I mean, you can use this for all types of use cases where you want to sort of do a pre-assessment and have someone apply for something. So you could use it for partnerships. You could use this for internal job assessments, all sorts of things. So you'll see it sent a confirmation to my email. Let's go take a look at that. There it is. Let's go ahead and confirm. This should take us right into the ability to start up a job opportunity. So you'll see how seamless that is. Now, they've got a little bit of an onboarding process here, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that, and I'm just going to take you right into setting up a new job opportunity and show you how that works. You could always go through that when you set it up. But you'll see a very clean interface, and I'm right here on the create job opportunity, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new job opportunity and show you how this works. So you'll see, very simple, job title. Now I've got a job description that I've already created over here in Dropbox paper. It's just how I create my job descriptions. It's going to be for a content writer. Content writers are the types of things that you can know if somebody writes good content or not by having them write some example content. I mean, you can know. So I'm going to put that as my job title. Now, this is one thing I like. You can put a location, but they support remote. And as you know, we encourage the remote workforce, get the best where they are. So I'm going to check remote here. And you'll see here job type. This is also what I like. It gives you lots of different job types so you can be real upfront with that candidate. In this case, we're going to do part-time, and that's why I have that in the job title. I could probably take it out and just use this job type selection, but I like to make sure people know right away that it's part-time, so I like to keep that in there. And then salary gives you the ability right away to set that expectation, and I'm going to put $15 per hour on this particular role. Now, there are some optional things here that you can do. I won't go into all the details of that, but what I'm going to do is come back over here and copy and paste my description. And if you listen to episode 54 of the podcast, you'll see what I recommend you do in your job description. I won't go into that here. And you'll see it's a really clean cut and paste. Kept my formatting, kept all of that information right there. So let's go ahead and hit create. And you'll see now it can do a simulation-based assessment. And this is what is really powerful about that. Is as someone's applying, it's not just going to be, hey, here's my cover letter, here's my resume, get back in contact with me and ask me some questions. This is going to be simulation-based assessment that when they apply, they're going to put their qualifications, they're going to show you what they can do right in that application stage. And what that's going to do is allow you to, one, for the people who are not really interested in your position and don't really want to put the effort to answer a couple of simple questions, they're not going to bother you with their resume at that point. So it's going to, one, vet that people are interested, but two, you could do some automatic grading and things like that to bubble up the best candidates to put your attention to first. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that. Now, this is what's really nice. They have a library of assessment tests. Now, you can make your own. You'll notice here private, you can create your own. I don't have any, of course, this is brand new. But they have a library of ones that people have shared. And you'll notice it's a little feature thing. Now, what I'm going to do is put in content. You'll see that because it's going to bubble up. You know, there's a content writer I could use right there. There's somebody has submitted a marketing content writer. So all sorts of scripts that I can already kind of use. What's great about these, I'm going to look at the one from Vervoe. You'll see I can add that. I can customize it. That'll make it private. Put it in mine. Let's preview it. This is what your candidate was going to see. It looks like it's going to be 8 questions that they're going to be required to respond to in part of applying to this job. You know, what actions would you take to develop a content marketing strategy on your first day at work here? A great assessment type question to see if they truly understand what the role entails. Let's look at the next ones. Tell us of the time you received negative feedback on your content and how do you handle criticism. So these are very much like that first phone interview, that first set of questions. You can automate that and get that out the way. But look at this. It'll allow the candidate to do this a couple different ways. Upload a file, type in an answer, record from your webcam, so it lets that personality of your applicants kind of come out and shine, and even from a phone. So that's a great way for just to get beyond the bland questions. And I'll just go real quick. So let's go ahead and X out of this one and take a look at this one submitted from another person. Oh, look, they've got some multiple choice selections here. What keywords should you target? So this is getting really into SEO. So they want to have like a little bit of a quiz type of thing here. Let's see what else they did. So this is more of a, they give you answers and let you pick from the questions here. So very nice how they set up a different sort of one. Let's take a look at marketing here and see what they did. It's pretty interesting. How do you come up with ideas for content? That's a great question. That's something I always ask. How do you get people to read your content? I don't care about that one as much because it's my job to kind of promote it. I just want them to write it really well. So you can kind of see here that there's different ways and different styles that you can set these assessment things up. And let's go ahead and add this one from Vervoe to that, and you'll see now I'm in the point where I have a job created. I've got the online stage here where I can start to get candidates that are going to take my assessment quiz. And now this is where we get into a little bit of a applicant tracking system almost. I can add multiple stages. So as they go from this stage, let's add another stage. You'll see here I can add another assessment test. So maybe the first one kind of vets them and then I can get into a stronger one. I can do some offline things. So maybe at that point I'm going to do an internal review. I'll add that as an offline stage here. Let's add another stage. I could do a face-to-face interview at that point. And then probably at that point I might want to take it into, you know, another interview with the team or something like that. Or I can do a custom stage. So you can kind of see I can build my process the way I work in my company. And kind of the concept here is when your applicants pop into this queue, you can vet them and then move them into this. So for example, I can auto progress candidates who complete the interview. So anybody who automatically completes the interview, I can have it move into the next stage. You see how that changed now? It's going to be an auto arrow. So you can kind of get the concept here. Really powerful, really great. Now check this last step out. I'm going to go ahead and say get candidates. And you'll see that it'll give me a hyperlink here where I can go ahead and just put that on any sort of job posting that I want to refer people into Vervoe. So I could tie this with my other applicant tracking system. Check out our video that we did on Proven, where you can put this here in that the post to multiple job boards. I can share on my multiple. I could share on all my social networks. I can email, I can ask my network, all sorts of things. And this is really cool. They're going to come up with a way where they can do the posting on multiple job boards as well. They have a way today that uses this third-party plugin, but from what I understand, they're going to replace that and they're going to do a lot better. Let's actually click on that. It says beta and see if that takes you to the third bar. Yeah. So that takes me into this here, and if I click on inactive subscriptions, you'll see they have a lot of places where I can set up and publish. As I mentioned, I think they're going to redo this and make that a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Let's go back in here. Let's copy this link and let's I'm not going to go through and fill out the entire thing, but let's open up a private window here and act as if I'm going to apply for this job. And you'll kind of see the interface. Now, I haven't taken the steps of putting my custom logo, doing any of those sorts of things whatsoever. So just imagine that you can kind of brand this up a little bit. But you'll see here this link takes me to my techsmartboss.vervoe.net, that specific job. I can see all the things that I copied and pasted in there. And if I click apply, it's going to take me through a sort of a little questionnaire and get them to log in or submit their email address. Set a password. So what's nice is if they're taking that assessment test and they want to come back and finish it later or have their progress saved, they can do that. Get their name and then go boom and take them right into the assessment. So I won't take the time to do that in this video, but that gives you a little bit of a preview of what the end user experience would be. Overall, I like this because one is going to filter down the best applicants for you to automate a little bit of that first set of questions for you, give you more information to kind of determine, if you want to do that phone interview or that face-to-face interview, and then allow you to set up a couple stages here so you can walk it through your progress, invite your team members, have all your team members kind of assess and give comments and rankings on staff, and you can even see it can send the rejection email. If you do reject a candidate, you can kind of send a nice rejection email to that person, or if you're going to accept them, you can notify them that they're going to be progressed to the next stage. So I like it. Take a look at it and leave a comment if you like this. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and also go out to our Facebook page and like that as well, techsmartboss.com. You can find us everywhere, and I'll talk to you next time.